And welcome back. Hey, the New York City primaries are taking place on September the 12th, and in the coming weeks, Faith in New York will be holding candidate forums in the Bronx. And joining us with all the details, we have Annalisa, Freitas, and Reverend James Duquette with $1 million in his pocket. All right, tell us about what's going on. How did you guys come together to do what you guys are doing?
Sure. So I'm the Bronx organizer with Faith in New York, and Faith in New York is a faith-based nonprofit organization that has been around since about 2013. And this year, as a part of our bigger vision of building the beloved city, or a place where all people can belong and have equal opportunity, we decided that we wanted to really focus on the local election, mostly because it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle for our community as people of faith to get involved in decision-making processes. And we've been in the Bronx for the past year and been really fortunate to work with Reverend James at Fort Mott Baptist Church, and just really living into what it means to be a person of faith and a person of action.
Yes. Rev, how important is that to bring the congregation together to say, hey, this is who we want to get behind, and what do you look for with the issues and all that?
I look for someone who has the heart for the people. A lot of times we have candidates that claim they have the heart for the people, and then they get in elective office, and then they forget all about the people who put them in the place.
How often does that happen?
All the time. We see it from the national level all the way to the local level. So
but there's some great elected officials out there. That
yes,
really
correct. That's really important.
What they say.
Yes,
yeah,
correct. I started working with the organization about 7 or 8 months ago. It caught my attention because I was reminded, just because I'm a clergyman, about the scriptures where the priests, the governors would come to the priest and to the church to find out what it is that's best for the community and best for the people. So I felt that we should reverse that again and have that coming back where the church is the vocal point of the community.
That's right.
So you thought about doing this year because of all the craziness in the news?
Yeah, so Faith in New York is actually a citywide organization, and like I said, I work with our congregations and members in the Bronx. What's really interesting about our organization is that we're very, I think, unlike many organizations where our people and the people in the community, the people that are clergy, that are leaders, that are lay leaders, members of the congregations, they really drive our work. So following the national election in November, our folks came together, not only in the Bronx, but from across New York City, and said, what can we do to protect our people? What can we do to make sure that we are living into a theology of resistance? And this was one of the ways.
And New York is a home of immigrants. You know?
That's right.
Really
That's
is
right.
a home of immigrants,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And to come together, moving in the same direction for a common cause, I think will be successful.
Yes.
We all know how the Roman Empire broke up. It imploded.
And that was part of what we did as well. We developed a platform called Faith Over Fear, and essentially it's a 7-point platform that says, these are the priorities that the faith community has this year, and this is what we'd like to see any elected leader, regardless of who they are, following these priorities first and foremost. And this is something, again, that was decided by members from across the city, so it does speak to defending the immigrant community. It speaks to making sure that we're taking care of the climate. It looks to stand against hate and protecting our civil rights, as well as holding our police and other law enforcement agencies accountable. And really making sure that, especially in the Bronx, that that housing remains affordable to the people that are living here currently. We've been seeing a lot of changes, and I'm sure the pastor can speak to what's been happening in District 8 in the South Bronx.
Yeah.
So in the district, my church is located in the South Bronx, right in the Mount Haven section. And I've started to see different people who were been in the neighborhood 20, 30, some 50 years being migrated out because of gentrification now, and because the South Bronx is now like the new gold mine right there on the riverfront, the Bruckner. They have restaurants that normal people can't even afford, or that live in the area. So it's been like on my heart to talk to some people and try to change the area and keep the people who made the community what it is stay there.
That's right.
How do you guys feel about what's going on with the whole election process and the people who are running the country? You think we're going in the right direction?
I think, again, our focus has really been to say, what can we do here locally? Of course, I think the national election had a very huge impact on a lot of the people in our network in Faith in New York. I think about 3 folks in our network have already been picked up for deportation, and we've been holding vigils for them. And actually shut down traffic in Berg Street in March when we launched the Faith Over Fear platform in order to speak to that need of, again, defending our people and protecting our people. We also really want to say, though, that we need to move towards progress here. New York City is a wonderful beacon. It's a wonderful national thought leader. And there's so much more we can still do locally to strengthen our policies to protect our people and make sure that we're not putting profit, we're not putting expensive for-profit development at the expense of our folks down here in the ground. So again, you know, we're hopeful that all the candidates will come to this forum. We've spoken to each of them, Tamika Mapp, Diana Ayala, and Robert Rodriguez, to make sure that they can be here, be with the community, learn from our people first.
Okay, I have a camera for you. Would you like to speak to all the elected officials?
I think I would love to do that. That'd be wonderful.
Take this camera right here. Go for it.
I'll let you take this one on faster.
August 31st, located at Fort Mont Baptist Church, we're going to have a candidate forum for District 8 for all the new candidates that are coming. 2 of our candidates have confirmed already. We're just waiting on Robert Rodriguez, who's currently have a big seat in the Bronx, so we're waiting for him to confirm. But other than that, we are ready, rock and rolling to get this thing going, to make sure they have the heart for our people and make sure they are ready, willing, and able to make the South Bronx not a forget it section of District 8.
All right, there you go. District 13 Candidates Forum, August the 29th.
Yes, and we'll be having another forum August 29th in District 8.
Oh, good. That
Grog's
follow-up
Neck.
is important,
Yes.
yes. And that's from 7 to 9 p.m.
That's correct.
Doors open at 6:30.
That's right.
That's the Throgs Neck Community Church.
Yes.
2730 Bruckner
Yes.
Boulevard in the Bronx.
That's correct.
Yes. All right. Where can we go for more information on this? You have a
Please
website?
check us all out at www.faithinnewyork.org/faithoverfear. And it'll have all the District 8 and all the District 13 information. You can also check us out on all social media.
All right. Annalisa Freitas?
Freitas, yes.
Freitas. She's the Faith, one of the people running things at
Yes.
Faith in New York, and Reverend James Duquette, Fort Mont Baptist Church. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.
Thank
Come
you
back
so
and
much.
share more, okay?
Absolutely.
Keep up the great work.
Wonderful.
All right, we have to take a quick break, but coming up next, a look at a movement to stop bullying. Yes, stop. No more bullying. But first, Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr., he joined with members of our community, the youth in our community, for a day of giving back. Let's take a look.